In Kohlberg's theory of moral development, stage 1 is known as the obedience and punishment stage. At this stage, individuals base their moral decisions on fear of punishment or the need to be obedient to authority. In Heinz situations, someone reasoning at this stage might say Heinz should not steal the drug because stealing is against the law and he could be caught and go to jail. The focus here is not on the value of human life or the fairness of the drug's cost, but on obeying the law and avoiding punishment. Keep in mind that this stage of moral reasoning is most common in young children, although adults can also reason at this stage in a certain situations.
Individualism and exchange. So at this stage, children recognize that there is not just one right viewpoint that is handed down by the authorities. So different individuals have different viewpoints. So although stage 2 respondents sometimes sound immoral, they do have some sense of right action. This is a notion of fair exchange or fair deals. So the philosophy is one of returning favors. If you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. To the Heinz story, subjects often say that Heinz was right to steal the drug because the druggist was unwilling to make a fair deal. He was trying to, to rip Heinz off. Or they might to say that he should steal for his wife because she might return the favor someday. So respondents at stage 2 are still sad to reason as the pre-conventional level because they speak as isolated individuals rather than members of society. They see individuals exchange favors, but there is still no identification with the values of the family or community.
So there are three levels of Kohlberg theory, and each level consists of two stages. I'll give you a little background of stage 3, which is good interpersonal relationship, or known as the good boy or nice girl stage. It is under the level 2 of moral reasoning, the conventional morality. If we put it in simple words, it is the stage where individuals focus on seeking approval from others and maintaining positive relationships. People at this stage want to be seen as a good, kind, and they follow rules to avoid disapproval or punishment. They value being a good member of their community and conforming to social norms or expectations. If we relate the story of Heinz deals to drag to the stage 3 of Kohlberg's, Heinz's actions can be interpreted as a effort to keep his wife and himself in healthy interpersonal connections from a stage 3 viewpoint. And this is because he treasures the relationship and wants to make sure that she is safe. He is prepared to violate the law and possibly face punishment. For him, preserving her life is more essential than adhering by social norms. At this point, people try to keep good connections while also taking into consideration the expectations and viewpoints of others. Heinz's choice to steal the medicine might be interpreted as an action of his love to his wife and his willingness to disregard the social norms in order to save their relationship. I'll give you a little background for the stage 4 of Kohlberg's theory of moral development. This is still under the level 2 of moral reasoning, which is the conventional morality. In this stage, individuals focus on following rules and laws to maintain social order. They believe that it's important to obey authority and respect the established norms of society. People at this stage prioritize the importance of upholding the law and believe that it is necessary for a well functioning society. If we relate the stage four of Kohlberg's theory to the story of Heinz steals the drug, well, at the stage four point of view, people might put greater emphasis on abiding the law and see and showing respect for authority. They would contend that since stealing drugs is illegal and goes against the basic of keeping the law in society, Heinz shouldn't do it. People would think Heinz need to look for alternative lawful means of obtaining the medication, such as asking for money or negotiating with the medication seller. Others could say that Heinz's actions might be acceptable on the grounds of saving the life of someone he loves. Culver's theory also places a strong emphasis on the logic and reasoning that moral, I mean, go into a person's moral choice.
Kohlberg's theory of moral development consists of six stages, with stage 5 being the social contract and individual rights stage. So, in this stage, individuals understand that while laws exist for the good of the majority, there are times when those laws may work against the interests of particular individuals. So in such cases, the individual's rights could potentially supersede the law. So the Heinz dilemma is a hypothetical scenario often used in the study of moral development. The dilemma involves a man named Heinz, whose wife is dying from a rare cancer. The only medication that can save her is extremely expensive, and Heinz cannot afford it. In desperation, Heinz breaks into a pharmacy to steal the medication. So, in the context of stage 5 of Kohlberg's theory, Heinz's action may be justified. This is because every human being has the right to live, and the value of life is considered to be above the law. Therefore, if it's possible to save a life, that action should be taken even if it means breaking the law.
The universal principle in this context refers to the highest stage, which is stage 6, universal ethical principles in Kohlberg's theory. At this stage, individuals make decisions based on universal ethical principles that reflect broad, abstract concepts like justice, dignity, and equality. In Hein's situation, the universal principles might be expressed as the belief that preserving human life is more fundamental value than property rights. Therefore, according to this principle, Heinz should steal the drug because it is the right thing to do, even if it means breaking the law and risking punishment. The ethical principle of valuing human life is considered more important than any legal or social norm. However, it's important to note that this is not a prescriptive theory, meaning it doesn't tell people what they should do but rather describes how they tend to reason about moral issues as they grow and develop.